we were trying to find a line producer, and we talked to this guy, and he seemed like chill to do it. And then we found out he's a sophomore at NYU, but I experienced hardcore what the NYU film dude vibe was, and I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a negative thing. Like, he was super sweet, and like I was like, you're awesome. But it was just so interesting. Like, I was like, this is probably what Dale's talking about, and this is what he means when you're gonna get your bubble burst when you graduate. And like, I remember like being in a classroom and having like an upperclassman, even in elementary school, like in third grade, like a fifth grader comes in the classroom and says to say hi to the teacher, and they're like, hey, acting all like, you know, like buddy with the teacher, and being like, what are you guys studying? Fractions? Like, I'm on like multiplication. Yeah. That's so, you know, like, and that would always piss me off so much. Like, you don't understand. Like, I was like, I will never be that person. I will come in here and treat everyone like they're not like younger or dumber than me. I'm going to treat them like an equal. So then I always got so mad about that. And so back to this, when we're in this meeting, and like one of our producers is like 24 and is working at a production company. So she's experienced. And like, even at my stage of just having graduated, I sensed like the college bubbleness of it. But like, it's my life's mission not to be like, you'll see what the real world is, kid. Like, he was talking about like trying to get an internship and how he was so nervous about it, and like my instinct was like, shut up, you'll be fine. But then I was like, no, like, that's hard. Like, yeah, good luck, you know. That is my life's mission. I wonder if anyone relates to that, because I don't know why, but that's because
I was the same thing too. I used to get so pissed being the younger guy. I think probably because what I realize now is in most cases it is true, but it still pissed me off, because I was like, no, I'm more capable. Like, obviously, that's what I thought when I was younger too. There's two ways to look at it. There's the people who are just like, they looking for any reason to think they're better than somebody. Separately, when I'll talk about the psychological differences, I will talk about the things you guys emphasize that will change. As you know, because we've done HR here, we know a lot of people come in with the same fears, the same thoughts, the same questions, right?
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying though is, I understand that. But when people are like I'm talking about some experience I'm having, and then it feels so invalidated when people are like, oh, you're worried about that? Like, wait till you're this age and you're worrying about this. And then that's so frustrating. So I never want to do that to anyone. Even if I do think their problems are stupid, because like, I'm like, I know that whatever I'm struggling with now, I'm going to look back on it when I'm like 30 and think it's so dumb. But it's hard now. And then I like get such massive respect for people like my parents, who like don't laugh at me, and who are like, yeah, it's hard, I'm sure. And then years later, I'm like, remember when I was like 22 and I was complaining about that thing? It was so dumb. And they're like, yeah, it was, but like, it was hard. And they're so like validating about it. I'm like, that's
so nice of them. I don't think I'd be like that. I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I would understand. I tell it to my little cousin all the time. I'm like, here's the thing. It doesn't matter what I say, because you're still going to care about X things, right? Like, you're this age, this is the normal thing. I'm going to tell you exactly the truth. None of this matters. This is the only thing that does matter. And if you just focus on this, you will get far ahead of everybody else. But I also know that it's irrelevant. As in, like, it doesn't matter if I give you the answers, because your brain, like, it's just not, I mean, it's a 1 in 1 million chance somebody actually is going to go, wow, you're right, and completely somehow mature beyond their own means, right?
Then why do you say it, though? For that 1 in 1 million chance?
Well, it's also because if they ask me a question, why would I not tell them the truth? It's more about principle than it is.
Interesting.
Because I am trying to figure out how do you actually move the needle? Right? Which I think we're learning a lot is environment, which that's why storytelling is important. Because if you're consuming the right media and getting involved with that community, that's going to have the most impact. If you're only consuming the grass is greener type of content on social media and TikTok and seeing other people blow up, and that's your world, and you feel bad about that, guess what? That's going to reinforce itself. So it's funny because Gary Vaynerchuk was talking about this, where he's like, you know what's on my social? Sunshine and rainbows. And I just laughed because I was like, mine too, right? Mine too, because we are the ones that have control over it. So if I only click on things that will make me feel good and happy and proud and make me want to push forward, it'll reinforce that. So it's a tool that people don't realize, that they can actually control the environment around them to help push them where they want.